Salutations! Salutations, Nation. Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I am your man, Wasted Talent. If you are over on Twitter, please come over to YouTube, tap in, pay your bar tab, get wasted with your brother Wasted. It's 6:15 EST, 3:15 PST. We are ready to rock and roll. Listen, there have been some things going on, man, with Davante Adams. I'm sure you've heard. If you haven't heard, you're living under a rock. But I'm going to get you up to speed. And I am going to tell you why, if you think this is a negative thing, you are smoking D and D, my friends. D and D. But you know what, man? Like I'll always say, let's start this podcast. Man, oh man. Yo, shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out to the numbers. Robert Davia, number 1, 2, 3. OG RAR, Okie Raider, Jamal Williams, my guy, G-Town Raider, the illustrious and praiseworthy, sleep-wasted, high-wasted, Paul Edgerton, Sean Johnson, Strike through the Counter-Strike, my guy, D-Bex, Rico, Donald and Stacy, Oxnard Rob, what it is. We have almost 100 in the room right at his inception. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. There will be no pontification. Straight facts, homie. Straight facts. Straight facts. What's the deal, everybody? What is the deal? I hope you guys are all having a wonderful and splendiferous day. Let me take my first sip of coffee for the day. So listen, man. We're going to get into it. The Davante Adams article, man, is something that is rocking the nation, the Raider Nation itself. At its ground, you have a lot of people, man. You have a lot of people that are talking about this Davante Adams Race Against Time article, you know, in the Ringer, man. Shout out to the Ringer, man. You know, they do terrific work over there. You know, I strive to do the same kind of work at Planet Raiders, man. But they did a terrific, job with this article. Mirin Fader. And, came out 6:20 a.m. And, it has been rocking the Raider world at its foundation. What this article really is, man, it is a chronological kind of tale into how Davante Adams has been feeling this offseason. And people will say Davante Adams is pissed. Oh, I've seen all of the thumbnails. I've seen them. Davante Adams is this. Davante Adams is that. Davante Adams wants out of the Raiders. I've seen it. But see, this is the thing you got to understand here, man. And I'm not going to jump into the head of the line here. Man. But as my man Robert Davia says, Adams said he has to have patience, We're rebuilding. That's what he's saying. Now, listen, man. I think rebuild in today's NFL and rebuild in the old NFL are two totally different things. It does not take as long to get a team going in the right direction as long as the players, the coaches, and the ownership are on the same sheet of music, and they have cap space, and they have a situation that is advantageous to free agents to come to play, and they draft well. It can happen relatively quickly. But what we're going to do is we're going to get into this article. We're going to break down a little bit of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. And you tell me what's what. Now, everybody, like I always say before I get really cooking, we got over 100 in the room, get wasted. Make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this out to all Facebook groups, Twitter, Instagram. I need the entire nation in here. I am not feeling enough love, ladies and gentlemen. I need more love. This is very serious business. This is Davante Adams we're talking about here, damn it. It's ridiculous here. Ridiculous. Loco Sick. Been rebuilding since circa 2001. Hey, listen, brother, I cannot say that you're wrong. I can't say that you're wrong. But right now, I think things are going in the right direction, my brother. And you need to have faith. You need to have patience, man. We all do. We got to let this thing play out, man. Philmatic, the great Philmatic, where you been, man? In the NFL world, winning heals all wounds. Just win, baby. Oh, my God. Has there been any word on Marcus Peters? Not yet, Terry. I will be reaching out. I will be reaching out behind the scenes to get a little information about the Marcus Peters situation, my brother. So stay freaking tuned. But let's get into this. I got to go back into my share screen. View the tab at the Ringer. All right. We got to get to it. Wait a minute. I got to get to it. Here we go. The reason the first team nod meant so much while he was in Green Bay, he exhausted in the shadows of Aaron Rodgers with interviews, constantly asking questions. Okay, this is kind of going into the minutia of Davante Adams and last year being so important for Davante Adams. You know, Davante Adams has always kind of been mired in Aaron Rodgers' shadow. You know, in Green Bay, it's a really, really small market. The beat writers ask some really dumbass questions and say some really dumbass things. And they you know, his whole career has been, you know, how does it feel to catch passes from Aaron Rodgers and all of this bullshit where, you know, last year pretty much showed the NFL in the world that Davante Adams is him, right? But we got to get into this. We got to get into the Raider part of this thing. Wait. Now, here we go. Heading into last fall, Adams knew the frustration from Green Bay to Vegas wouldn't be easy. The transition, my bad. It is always challenging adjusting to a new system and a new quarterback, even one like Carr, with whom he had history. But losing wasn't something he's accustomed to, especially coming from the Packers, a team who had won 13 games in each of his last 3 seasons there. The Raiders had made the playoffs in the 2021 season, and we're looking for a fresh start in the post-John Gruden era. The front office believed Adams would be the piece to elevate Carr in this offense so that they'd be able to challenge the Chiefs for control of the AFC West. But Las Vegas struggled out of the gate. We all know, we were all there. Adams caught 10 passes for 141 yards and a touchdown. Over the next 2 weeks, he combined to catch just 7 passes for 48 yards and 2 scores. He told himself not to complain about not getting the ball more and tried to focus on controlling what he controlled. But after losing grew difficult to stomach, his frustration boiled over after a 30-29 loss to the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Oh, my God. Oh, man, it pisses me off. I don't think I've ever been madder at a game in my life. Abs had 124. You know, we're going to get over that. We're going to skip that. You guys don't care. You don't need me to read to you. This is not high school English class. So, wait a minute. We got to get to the stuff that's pertinent to today's Raiders. We got to get to it. I'm sorry I didn't set this up before I came on, but you know what? God damn it. That's what makes Raider Nation Unlimited so great, because you get to see the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. Wait, we're going to find it. After signing Garoppolo earlier this spring, both general manager Dave Ziegler and McDaniels listed the quarterback's leadership and winning record as the primary reasons why they pursued him in free agency. Familiarity with McDaniels' preferred style of offense is part of it too. Garoppolo was one of the NFL's most efficient passers during his tenure in San Francisco, and he gets rid of the ball quickly and is most effective on short passes and in the middle of the field. But Garoppolo is not a downfield passer, and his limited mobility and inability to consistently create plays out of the structure could limit Adams' opportunities as a deep threat receiver. Still, Adams has already proved he can excel when changing quarterbacks and offensive schemes. Adams said, and I quote, "It depends on the style of ball that we play," Adams said. "If we play a certain brand of ball, I can get Garoppolo conform to whatever. But if we use him a certain type of way, then there's going to make it tough for us to maximize who we should be this year. Oh, you know. So no matter what the offense looks like, Adams is committed to making it work. Now, see, this is the point that nobody wanted to talk about on other, I've seen a lot of people, shout out to the real ones, shout out to Graph, and shout out to Sanjeet because they kept it real. I saw a little bit of their videos. I've been at work all day, so I didn't really get a chance to watch the whole thing, but I love where they were coming from with this, right? But look, this is what you got to color out. You got to color in between the lines. You got to look at what's actually said and read the whole article. You can't just go out there and take a soundbite or take a headline and then run with it. You can't do that. And that's the reason why we're reading the article. Depends on the style of ball we play, Adam said. We play a certain brand of ball, like I just said, boom, boom, boom. So no matter what the offense looks like, Adam is committed to making it work. My goal is to win a Super Bowl with this team. Now, see, this is big facts right here. And that's why I didn't come here just to be cute with Derek. Pause. He says it is to really try and have a shot to change this organization. We're highlighting this. This doesn't sound like a man who wants to leave to me. That start with his own play, controlling what I can control, maintaining a wider lens perspective. He's following a mantra that Keith Williams, his former Fresno State wide receivers coach, gave him. Chase yourself. Damn good information. And, that's what I always do, man. I don't never worry about what nobody got going on. I worry about what Waste has going on. So let me get back into the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. We got 130 right in here. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. I mean, what in the hell is going on right now? Okay, here we go. Let's be honest. We're not winning a Super Bowl this season. I'd be concerned too. I get it. He might be mad because of the dink and dunk passes. Listen, the man hasn't even got on the field with Jimmy Garoppolo yet. Look, he hasn't been on the field with the man yet. You got to get out there and see, what Jimmy's got in his arsenal and see exactly what they got going on offensively if they're going to push the ball down the field. My guy Freight Train's in the place. What's up, man? Adams can go. It's Raiders over anywhere, any player. I feel you that way, podcast, but you know what? We don't need guys that are first ballot Hall of Famers walking out the building, right? So we got to do what we got to do to kind of marry what we have going on with his skill set. That would be the smarter approach to it. I wouldn't want to see Davante Adams just walk out of here. Until the frustration comes out during the season and you say something, you can't take it back. Bro, I don't see it being like that. Was Davante baited? No, I think Davante Adams is a leader, and I think Davante Adams is setting the bar and expectations for himself and his team high. I think he's an outspoken leader. I think Davante Adams doesn't just go and read, his canned responses off of a sheet and says things that people want to hear. I think that's been going on too long with this organization, And I also think that I'm here for that shit. I'm here for a guy that goes into the locker room and goes into the media and speaks what he thinks, says what he means and means what he says. And listen, you know what? If this organization and this front office is as good as I think they can be, they're going to have to be able to take criticism or to take pushback from their great players. And they all need to sit down at the table and come to a common consensus. See, leaders lead, man. Leaders lead. It's hard to make a guy that's a leader like Davante Adams or Josh Jacobs follow a bunch of followers. So if these guys are really leaders, they can get him on the same sheet of music. That's right. Philmatic. Mad trolls out here jumping to conclusions. That is a fact. That is a fact. LV Maximus, you know what, man? I want to get wasted too. That's why we're here, my brother. Appreciate you. Oh, shit, Docs, what's up, bro? Hit that sub. We need 13 to 7K. That's right, man. Listen, we need shit, man. Man. Yo, 13, man. Listen, it's going to be a most splendiferous occasion soon, man. That's a wild name, bro. The name is crazy. If it don't work out, do you see Adams leaving next season? You know, look, man, it all depends on how bad it doesn't work out and what and why it doesn't work out. It all depends on who and what is the head coach and the GM, what they do in the offseason, how far are they out of the playoffs. It's a whole lot of things. It's too hard for me to pontificate and to speculate on where Davante Adams is going to be next season, where this season hasn't even started yet. Let's let the season play out first, man, before we ship the man off and have him start rumors about him leaving the Raiders. It doesn't sound like, and if you look back at this article, it doesn't seem like this is a man who is looking to run, even though, he's chasing time. Davante Adams is in his prime currently, and he's on a Hall of Fame trajectory, but he also wants to win. I don't think Davante Adams, and it says in his article, Davante Adams could have went to Green Bay and made more money. He could have stayed with Aaron and made more money. He wanted to come to the Raiders. He has a great life here, man. He's a great life here. He loves it. He loves it. He has a great life here. And I need to find that part of the article. It's a long-ass article, guys. I'm very, very, very sorry if I'm taking too long to find this, but y'all will be all right. But and then look, we got to get back into it. Like, see, a lot of what's going on with the Davante Adams thing, and I think I'm gonna stop sharing this article. I'll get back to it in a sec. I got to speak from the heart because I read the article myself. I'm not gonna sit here and read it with you guys. I'm gonna speak from the heart. What I got from all of this was that Davante Adams didn't come here just to try to cheat code his way to a Super Bowl. He came here to build a winner. And I think he understands the assignment. I think he understands that the Raiders aren't that close, but they're not that far. And I think that he knows he needs to have patience. He said that in the article. I think that he came here to help turn the Raiders around, and he understood that. So I don't think Davante Adams is going to leave this year or next year. I think Davante Adams is going to be a Raider for the long haul. I think this is where he wants to be. And I think that the attitude that he has is going to lend itself to helping turn this shit around quick. And I think it's very, very overblown. Yes, Kyle Shanahan offense is yak offenses. Why does everyone think Jimmy can't throw the ball down the field? He's simply running the offense that Kyle had in place. Now, listen, Jimmy Garoppolo, look, we're not going to confuse Jimmy Garoppolo for the Mad Bomber Daryl LaMonica. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo does have a very limited arm. But at the same time, Jimmy Garoppolo is a top 15 quarterback and has been a top 15 quarterback for the last 7 years. Jimmy Garoppolo last season was way more efficient than Derek Carr. Jimmy Garoppolo is a guy who is a good red zone quarterback. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to bring some things to the table that a lot of people really, really, to be honest with you, are going to be super surprised at, because this offense is predicated on precision and execution. I think Jimmy is going to be able to execute on a level that the coach sees sufficient. Now, I really do. Look, man, if you think that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to come in and just be Derek Carr and throw the ball deep all the time, no. That's not what you're going to get. But what you're going to get is you're going to get a guy, when he does throw the ball deep, it's going to be impactful. He's going to make the proper throw. And I think Davante Adams, really, to be honest with you, can benefit from, the way the Raiders have built this offense. I think Davante Adams is going to get a lot more balls thrown his way. I do. I don't think he's not going to be down the field as deep, but he's going to get a lot more passes thrown his way. T. Severe, I'm sure he was hoping that we make more of a concerted effort to bring in A-Rod. We went with the guy that is a lesser of a player, but as a leader and is familiar with this offense and the program. Now, see, this is the thing for me, too. What would Aaron Rodgers have cost the Raiders at that time, right? See, I think the Jets got the haul that they got because they were the only ones in the Aaron Rodgers business, and I think the Green Bay Packers painted themselves in the corner. I think the Green Bay Packers thought that they were going to get more of a bidding war for Aaron Rodgers. And when the Raiders kind of pulled off and signed Garoppolo, that essentially kind of made it be Green Bay, the Jets, or bust, especially when Aaron Rodgers came out and said he wasn't retiring at that point, right? So, and he probably wouldn't have restructured his deal the way he did for the Jets for the Green Bay Packers. So at this point, people that go back and say we could have had Aaron Rodgers, all we had to do is do this and that, I don't think it's the same. And I think Davante understands the direction the organization is going. You just can't win with just him and Rodgers. You can't. You have to do what the organization did. You have to. You got to take the road less travel. You got to build this thing through the draft, and you got to bring in guys to fill in the rest of his roster. This roster was done no favors by the previous regime. If we fail again, we will be fans once again next season, ready to run it back. And that's a fact, bro. That's a fact, bro. That is a fact, bro. I didn't come here to be cute with Derek. I want to win the ring with the Raiders. That's a fact, man. Dark machine, dark web machine, media spreading garbage. That's a fact, bro. That is a fact, bro. Hey, yo, listen, we are Rich Gannon away from subs. We got 200 in the room. Let's get back rocking on. We are 9 subs away from 7K. What's up, guys? Yeah, people need to stop living in the past. Now, see, look, let's get back to it, man. Now, Adams, from what I can see, man, has got a situation where he's been patient enough to sit back and let this team build. He's patient enough to come in here, be a leader, and really, 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 like, watch things go the way that it didn't look like it was going. When he came here, it kind of looked like it was going to be a situation where they were going to go out there and kind of make like a super team and go out there and try to win a Super Bowl within a year or two. That's not where we are right now, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that, man. I knew Jimmy G was going to be our QB halfway through the season. LOL, just seemed too convenient for the visor boy not to request him. Yeah, I mean, bro, look, man, I really think the Raiders wanted Brady. I really do, man. I think the Raiders wanted Brady. I think when the Tom Brady situation didn't happen, I think Jimmy Garoppolo was the next logical choice. I think Josh McDaniels wants somebody who's familiar with the way he calls plays and wants somebody familiar with his offense. I mean, like, Davante Adams said last year, this offense is like Mandarin, right? So if you can kind of cut through the bullshit and have a signal caller that can go out there and execute the way you want him to, man, with all of the weapons that the Raiders have, I think that is a caveat that the Patriots never have. I think, and this offense has always been a really good offense. It's always been an offense that had you either in the playoffs or right outside of the shadows of the playoffs. I think with the talent that the Raiders have on his roster, if you have a guy who's efficient and can run this shit the right way, I think the Raiders are going to be in for a much better season than people think. But see, the problem with Jimmy Garoppolo is, and this is the thing, people say Jimmy Garoppolo has a great winner percentage. He's a winner. He's always had a top 9 scoring defense. And that is the reason why it is very, very important to try to go out and go get a ball hawk, a playmaker, a guy like Marcus Peters. See, all of this stuff ties in with each other. You've got to get Jimmy Garoppolo and this defense guys who can make plays on the football and get you the ball back. My guy Big Mike's in the place to be, man. What's the deal, man? My guy Graf up here boosting. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Supposedly, McDaniels didn't want Brady. It was Ziegler, but it's all hearsay. Yeah, that's hearsay, bro. Who wouldn't want Tom Brady, bro? Jack Kenne's in the place to be. Who wouldn't want Brady? But, that's why it's important, man. Like, and I thought about this last night, right? I thought about Marcus Peters, and I thought about, man, is this going to be a situation like Chandler Jones? And I said that yesterday in my live, and a lot of people said, no, it's totally different. Chandler Jones making top money. The way I see that situation going, I see that situation being the same as Chandler Jones, barring this. You have a once great player who's had injury concerns, who's coming off of an injured year and a down year, coming to the Raiders, and for the Raiders expecting him to get back to form. That's the way I look at it. Contracts aside, right? The difference is, I think with Marcus Peters, man, I think you could kind of see him turning the corner last year. And you could see that there was an issue with the new defensive coordinator. I think Marcus Peters played a lot better with Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale is an old school, great defensive coordinator. He makes things very, very simple. You see the way he got the New York Giants playing, man. I think the fact that the Ravens switched from Wink Martindale to their new, I think it's McDonald or whatever. I think that was a little bit of the situation right there. And I think that Marcus Peters, man, coming here and playing a role that we would need him to play, I think he's going to be all right. Now, I'm hoping that the Raiders can get this guy signed soon. They had him in the building. If they let him leave yesterday and we haven't heard anything about him being signed, we have to look at the situation of his health. Now, a lot of times when they bring these guys in these buildings, if their health and all the medicals check out and they can agree on a contract, they sign them right then and there. And the fact that they brought him in means that they are interested in him, right? The thing is, what did they find when they brought him in the building yesterday? Did they see something they didn't like in his medicals? Like, is he expecting a little too much money? I remember last year when we were all crying and we all thought that the Honey Badger was going to come here and, he was in the building and all this and that, and he wound up not being here. And it's like, man, when guys leave, I get a little leery and I tend to err on the fact that it's not going to happen. I really wonder what happened inside of the building yesterday to not get that deal done. Ryan Watson, you on point, Wasted. We need consistent execution offensively. Don't want to hear about Carson leading the league in field goals again. That's a fact, bro. There's a lot of times last year where we were in the red zone and we didn't strike when the iron was hot. There's a lot of time where, we would have that turnover that wasn't timely for us. It was timely for the other defense. We would have 3 and outs when we didn't need them. We would have times where we wouldn't move the ball and we couldn't get the ball past the 50 pretty much because of execution under center. And I think if you take that away and you take that out of the equation, I think the Raiders are going to score a lot more than people think. But what it is the Raiders have to get out of the low 20s defensively. That should have been job one. The one thing that if I'm Davante Adams and if I'm anybody that's a veteran on this team that I'd be concerned about is us depending on so many rookies to get this defense out of the basement of the National Football League. My brother, Amazing Blue Raider, appreciate the $10 donation, man. Thank you for keeping the lights on at Raider Nation Unlimited. What's up, brother Waste? I hope your day is going well. Trying to get through this day. I lost my nephew this past weekend, and rocking with the Raider fam is bringing me comfort. Amazing Blue, I am so sorry to hear that you lost, your nephew, man. I mean, and damn, that threw me off, man. Man, condolences to you and your family, bro. I'm glad that, I can be a small part of comforting you, when it comes to, the loss, man, mentally, by getting your mind off of it, brother. And, I just want to give a shout out to the whole family, man. And bro, damn, man, that's terrible, man. Shout out to you, your family, man, and God bless your nephew and your fam, bro. Prayers to you, brother. That's crazy, man. Damn. But look, man, we gonna get back to the content. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get back to the content. We're gonna keep you engaged, bro. We're gonna keep your mind off of it. We're gonna clown around. We're gonna have a good time, man, and we're gonna get through this stuff, man. We're gonna get through it together, nation. That's what we do, man. Anytime something happens bad, man, a lot of times, man, I feel, and I don't make it about me. I feel two things, man. I feel sorry for the people, and I feel glad that they have an outlet to kind of get past it all. You know what I mean? Because that's what happens when things hurt you in life, man. You gotta, absorb what happens. You gotta look at what goes on when things happen, and you gotta kind of like find a way to get back to what the new normal is for you, right? And if this can be a part of that, man, then you know what? That's a great, great thing, man. And I don't take that lightly. Man. Crazy, man. Fredo Paul, that's right, man. We love you, brother. Nation got your back. See that's the part of this that I love, man. See, man, look at this, man. Prayers up, man. Big Mike. If y'all need to talk to someone, just message me. I'm always here for y'all, man. Appreciate you, bro. See, that's what I love, man. Sterling Blandford, salute, Wasted. First time I caught you live in a minute. Thanks for bringing us the Stone Cold Lead Pipe Facts. Also, the Wasted Word of the Day. The Wasted Word of the Day will be back. It will be back. guys, you got to understand something. Like lately, bro, we've been just trying to just keep things afloat. This organization does not let a lot out. They don't let a lot out. They're like a steel trap. There's not a whole lot of stuff to really unpack in the offseason, man. And, you know, what I try to do is like we're playing the Raiders. I try to get out there, get you the information, write about it, get on the air, talk about it, and get on off. You know what I'm saying? But look, the full Raider Nation Unlimited experience is going to be back. We will be doing Wasted's Word of the Day on the show. We'll be doing the shorts on Instagram and all on YouTube. We back at it, man. We definitely back at it, man. Telling you right now. You know, but let me tell you something, man. Look, man, it's gonna be rough, guys. It's gonna be a rough ride. And I don't take this lightly, man, with the Raiders. It's gonna be rough going to a 10-7 team from a 6-11 team. It's gonna be rough. It's not gonna be easy, man. It's not gonna be easy. And a lot of times people sit up here and they'll sit up there and they'll sell you a dream, and they'll come up here and they'll tell you that, you know, the Raiders are going to be this and the Raiders are going to be that, right? What I'll tell you is that there are a few things that I love that's going on this offseason. I love that they went out there and they drafted another pass rusher on the other side of Max Crosby. I love that. I love that DeMarcus Peters move, bringing him just by virtue of the fact that they went outside of their comfort zone and went and reached out to a guy who is not in their ethos. That's a big playmaker. To me, that makes me feel good. You know? Now, there's a few things that are going to happen real soon, right? The Raiders are going to have to address the linebacker position in a real way. Now, yesterday we talked about post-June 1st cuts, right? But I'm going to be honest with you, man. There's a guy out there right now, Kyle Van Noy, that people should be bringing in and working this guy out and seeing what he has to offer. This is a guy that they worked with before. Any updates on Josh Jacobs? No, Climbino. The only updates is that he's been franchised. And he's not going to play under the franchise tag. And they're going to have to go and they're going to have to address that. I kind of feel like this organization was waiting until, you know, the draft. And they're going to wait until they make some moves to deal with that situation. But as it's currently constituted, he's under the franchise tag. The one thing about the franchise tag for Josh Jacobs is that this is more money he's ever made. This is more money he's ever made, so that cannot be unnoticed. That can't be unnoticed, man. This is the most money he's ever made in his career. You know what I mean? And you know, you got a lot of stuff going on right now, man, where everybody's talking about Josh Jacobs and Davante Adams. Let the offseason play out. Just let's let it play out. Josh Jacobs isn't talking anymore. The organization isn't talking. I am sure that the organization is going to work this thing out with Josh Jacobs. Because with Jimmy Garoppolo, you have to have a good defense, and you got to have a running game to protect Jimmy Garoppolo. They understand that. If they wanted to trade Josh Jacobs, I am sure they would have tried to trade him when his value was the highest, and that's during the NFL or before the NFL draft. The fact that he's still here, he's here, man. My guy Darth Vader, I gotta find some time to start putting content out. This newborn is taking all my time, but yeah, man. It's nothing like having a newborn, my brother. Hey, man, just wait till you had a time, my brother. T. Severe. Part of the 49ers having such a good defense is them actually scoring in the red zone and sustaining drives. They're usually a top team for time possession. And see, that's the thing, man. That's the thing about what Jimmy Garoppolo brings to the table. If you look at how many chances we had in the red zone, we were right at the top of the league in red zone attempts, but we didn't convert as many times as we needed to last year. And that's one of the biggest reasons why the Raiders were in the situation they were in. Guys, if you look at how many games that we lost that we should have won, bro, we'd have been 11-5. I mean, 11-6 last year. It's ridiculous. Tay won't like all those 5 and 10 yard passes and nothing deep. My opinion. How can you say that he's not going to get any passes deep? That doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense. And I think what we have is we have people that are putting their feelings on what happened this offseason. They're putting their feelings on this organization. They're putting their feelings on Josh McDaniel and David Ziegler. And they're not looking at things objectively. Some people in Raider Nation just want to be right about this. They almost want the Raiders to fail. They almost want the Raiders to fail. I'm going to say it again. You got to be careful of the messages that you're getting from some of the people who claim to be Raider fans. You have to be careful because a lot of these guys just want to say that they told you so. That's what a lot of these guys want. Man, I've never seen any shit like this in my life, man. I've never seen a guy who's never won anything be lauded the way that this fan base has, and you still have those people. And I haven't even mentioned the guy, but you still have people who are laying in the weeds. They're laying in the weeds, and they're waiting to be like, oh, see, I told you so. Oh, look, Davante Adams wants out. Oh, look at that. And people are happy. And they didn't even read the article. He doesn't want out. He doesn't want out. He just said he didn't see eye to eye with them at certain points. And you know what? The fact that he's honest enough and he's man enough to tell him that, I fucking love that. I love it. Pirates then. Brave Raider. Yo, Rick, what's up, man? Because a lot of Raider fans want us to tank so we can get one player next year. There's some, but they're also, you got some guys in this shit, man, that don't even watch college football. They don't even watch college football, bro. So you know, this whole narrative that, oh, they just want Caleb Williams. They never even fucking seen him play, bro. Or have seen very little of Caleb Williams. This is not about the quarterback that's on the roster. It's on the guy who was here before. This is not about the coach who's here now. This is about the coach who was here before. That's what this is about. This has nothing to do with Davante Adams, bro. Keith England. I don't see the same put in the same energy in the defense. We don't have no decent linebackers. McDummy got another wide receiver. And, bro, I'm not a hater. I've been a Raiders fan for 40 years. Bro, look, just like I said, right? Them going out and signing a guy that's a camp body means absolutely nothing. See, so the thing is that, see, Keith, your Kava is available, right? But then you got to look up and down people's rosters. Some of these people that are going to be post-June 1st cuts, right? Do you want to paint yourself in the corner, or do you want to wait until you have the full myriad of late free agency so you can pick and choose who you're going to bring? And I think the Raiders understand that they need to bring another linebacker in. I also think that the Raiders are very happy in their draft haul. I think the Raiders are happy with some of the young guys they have. I think the Raiders know what they have in their building. And I think that what's missed on a lot of people is the Raiders are going to run a lot of 3 safety looks. They are going to be using some of these safeties similar to linebackers. I think Marcus Epps is going to be used like that. He's going to be used the same way Patrick Graham used to use Jabril Peppers with the New York Giants. Look, man, you got to allow the team to develop some of the young players they have on the roster, right? The Devon Diablos of the world, the Lucas Mastersons of the world, the Robert Spillanes of the world. These are all young players, but they had a great draft. You got to allow them to bring in an Amari Burney and allow him to spread his wings and allow him to be the kind of player that we think he can be. I think that what the Raiders are doing is they're doing it smart. They're not going out there. They're not jumping out the window and signing huge or big free agents or guys that could be misses. They're going out there getting bargain basement free agents. And then some of the guys that they've signed, you know, they whiffed on the Chandler Jones move. That's the one move that we can look at. And the Bilal Nichols move, they whiffed. But most of the guys that they brought in are guys who fit what they got going on. And Davante Adams, they knocked it out of the park with that one. It is what it is. Palomalo could be a breakout star. There's a lot of guys. Palomalo, yes. My guy. People just want to be right no matter what. You can't tell them anything because their mindset is set on negativity, bro. And that's pretty much what I've been seeing in Raider Nation, bro. I've been seeing people who just want, they just, for whatever reason, they hate Josh McDaniels. Maybe it's because he comes from the Patriots, bro. You got a lot of people that's in Raider Nation that are not they're not knowledgeable enough to sit up here and talk on a level where they can look and compare to what's happened in the past. They can't go back 10 years with this team. They can't go back 15 years with this team. They can't go back 20 years with this team like I can. 30 years with this team like I can. They can't go back and they can't see that, yo, what's going on right now to me is a great thing, man. Because they are actually walking down the hill and building this shit properly. And I love it. I'm here for it. I just want to sit back and watch. Wasted salute. Don't know what I missed, but Tay isn't going anywhere. You've missed nothing. You've missed nothing. And that's pretty much what we're saying. Guys, to put the Davante Adams thing all under wraps, Davante Adams is going nowhere. Davante Adams is going nowhere. Davante Adams is happy to be a Raider. Davante Adams has some doubts with the Jimmy Garoppolo thing because he's a human being. And he probably wanted them to make a bigger push for Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. And when that didn't happen, probably was a little bum. But I think you're going to have a motivated and focused Davante Adams who's going to be the leader in his offense. That's what we need, man. My brother Graf, let's hit 7K tonight. That's right. Yo, it's time. It's time. Guys, we about to hit 7K right now. Hey, see you, Barbara. I got 40 plus years with the Raiders. Talk that real talk. That's a fact, bro. Jim Everett, the great. Garoppolo ain't it. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. You can say what you want to say about Jimmy Garoppolo, right? But what I can tell you is that Jimmy Garoppolo has won a hell of a lot more football games than some of the people that we've had here playing quarterback. Let's just call spade a spade here. So let's bring up Jimmy Garoppolo's numbers, man. Let's bring up Garoppolo's numbers. Let's bring up Jimmy Garoppolo's stats, bro. Jimmy Garoppolo with San Francisco. You know, last year, he didn't start the season as a starting quarterback. He finished it out. He got hurt. Jimmy Garoppolo had 103 passer rating, 16 touchdowns, 4 picks. 2021, he had 3,100 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 picks. 2020, he got hurt, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 picks, 92 passer rating. 2019, he went to the Super Bowl. He had almost 4,000 yards. He had 3,978 yards, 27 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, right? So, look, man, Jimmy Garoppolo is a guy that can get it done for you. The guy can get it done for you. This guy, you know, 67 completion percentage career, you know, 87 touchdowns. You know, the guy is a guy that you could put under center, and it's not like you're putting some bum out there. The guy can get it done, man. The guy can get it done. The guy can get it done, man. Let me get back with the chat, man. I just want to win. I don't care about the stats or the records. The only thing I care about is wins. I don't care about who the QB or the coach is. See, you sound like me, bro. Great Southern kid. Yo, you sound like me. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to win, bro. I just want to win. You know, you got people that are coming in here and shitting all over this guy. You know, people are saying that, you know, this woe is me crap. He's terrible. He's this. He's going to get hurt. It's bullshit, bro. We don't know what's going to happen, bro. And if you look at last year, everybody's calling Garoppolo fragile. Brock Purdy got hurt last year. Trey Lance got hurt last year, and so did he, because guess what? They had some things going on that offensive line, man, that we don't have going on right now. Sincal said, I go back to the days of Marcus Allen. I've been around the nation a long time. Ziggy's doing a hell of a job. McDaniels needs to prove that he can lead men. His time as a head coach, he has not done that. And, bro, and listen, I will never, ever say that he has proved that. What I will say is that, yo, you got to give him a hell of a lot more than one season. You got to give him a hell of a lot more than one season. It is enough. We've come here. We got Davante Adams here. We got half a Raider Nation saying that he wants to get out and look at that. That's why I wanted to come on today. I need you guys to understand something. This thing is being built the right way. It's being built methodically. It's being built right. Financially, the Raiders are solvent. And that's something that can't go unnoticed, man. My God. Rated for life, 1970. Thank you for the $5 super. Wasted. What's up, my brother? You and Graf should do a side-by-side comparison. Last year's defense and this defense. 10-7. Let's go, Raiders. After haters. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. This offense shot itself in the foot so many times. Penalties, red zone woes, running wrong routes. Jimmy G has to have this offense running efficiently. That's a fact, bro. It's a fact. Raider Paul, what are lies? What's going on, Raider Paul? Raider Paul, what is the deal? What is going on right now, Raider Paul? Raider Paul, you got to tell me what are lies right now. Yo, we got almost 300 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted, man. Wait a minute. Okay, so wait. T-Deezy, they haven't even signed Jacobs. They franchised Jacobs. Look, Josh Jacobs, by hook or crook, whether he gets a long-term contract or this is last year playing for the Raiders, he's been franchised. So he will be playing for the Raiders this year. Lee Zadell, the Flying Wonderful. I'm giving Josh McDaniel this second season, but we all know who's going to be playing center next year. So he will get another season. Hey, man. You already know. You already know, man. Ferris Johnson, what's up, Wasted? To playing the Raiders, all fans in the universe, stopping the negativity in the universe. Ferris, that's a fact, bro. Isn't that what you want from your leaders? Speak the truth to stand your ground. Good stuff, Tay. And that's what I'm talking about, Noah. That is what I'm talking about. To me, this article made me happy. A lot of people are bummed. They're like, oh, Tay wants out, and they didn't really read the article, man. Wasted. Any news about some merch? I really like a mug and a shirt. You know what kind of strike? I'm sitting down tonight, and I'll be done with it. I got to have Hammer help me put it up. Yo, and by the way, PlanetRaiders.com, y'all. Planet Raiders. T-Deezy, it's all over for it. So, okay, T-Deezy is one of those people. T-Deezy, let me tell you something, man. You got to look yourself in the mirror. You got to really, really look yourself in the mirror, and you got to tell me whether you really love this team or not. Loving this team doesn't mean that you got to buy all of the bullshit that they do, but loving this team means that you got to at least give them a shot. You got to give them a shot, man. You can't come with all the negativity every day and tell me how it's definitely not going to work, and nobody's put on a jock strap. Nobody's put on a pad. Nobody's put a helmet on this season. Nobody's done shit this season. If you go out there and you watch some preseason games and they look like ass, then you know what? I can't say anything to you. But don't tell me that it's not going to work and you haven't even saw anybody take a snap this season, bro. You haven't even seen anybody take a snap. And I have a strong suspicion that you might be a troll. Josh McDaniels was given a chance to bring in his own players. We have to be patient. Just win, baby. Thank you for the $5 super. Thank you for keeping the lights on. You dudes have never seen a winning Raiders team. You are a damn lie. You a damn lie. I'm in my mid to late 40s, bro. I've definitely seen winning Raider football. You've never seen winning Raider football. And the thing about it is this. If you can't hang, bro, then yo, don't hang. But don't come in here with the negativity every fucking day. Don't be up under my comments with the negativity, bro. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. Hawk. The great Hawk. Tay is doing what DC would never do. Speak up. Tay knows we got to improve. As while DC to be consistent with the offense being doo-doo. That's a fact, bro. And that's another thing, bro. I love the fact that Davante Adams is willing to take everybody in the locker room to task. He's willing to take this organization to task. He's willing to speak his freaking mind. And like I said in the beginning of this episode, he is not reading off of a script. He's speaking from his mind and his heart. And that's all you can ask for, man. Divided fan base. So we just have to deal with it. People wishing the team would fail. Sorry as F. That's right, Super Maricron. That's right. You got a bunch of clowns that are wishing this team fails just so they can be right. South Jersey's finest, and this is my guy. McJerkoff is not a good coach. He's a liar. We haven't fixed our defensive issues. Hopefully, our draft picks make an immediate impact. But see, bro, saying stuff like that, bro, how do you know? How do you know? How could you really sit up here and tell me that you know that Josh McDaniels has torn his team apart and he's a liar and he's this and that? How do you know? I witnessed a 2-14 team and watched every damn week. I supported this team. What kind of fans are y'all? And that's a fact, bro. Jack Burton. Hey, Wasted, tell me which year do we take off with this new regime? Listen, bro, I personally feel like I think we're gonna either make the playoffs or we're gonna be very close to making the playoffs. And I think that we're gonna put our foots on the league's neck the next year. Because see, this is the thing people don't realize. We have a lot of cap penalties, right? All of those things are gonna be gone. The Raiders are going to be able to play ball in a different way next year's free agency. They're also going to have the luxury of having 2 draft class under their belt, and hopefully they've red circled and drafted a few starters. Now, see, when you draft starters and they're on the cheap contracts, it's easier to go out in the free agent market and kind of be more laser focused because you're like, okay, I got a young guy starting at safety. I got my 2 defensive ends. They're young. They're done. We know I got those guys. I know this guy's not going to have a big contract. Max is already paid. Chandler Jones, you know, he took a haircut. Maybe we cut him, maybe we keep him, but it's not as bad of a deal, right? Then you went out here this year and you know, you got Mayer. You're like, damn, we got our starting tight end. Boom, that's done. Then hopefully they sign Josh Jacobs to a 3-year deal. So hopefully it's like, boom, we got Josh. We got his backup, Sincere McCormick. We got that. We got Britton Brown, right? Zeus, I don't know what to make of Zeus right now. I'm not going to lie. So then you can go out there and you be like, hey, man, we got Davante Adams. We got Jacoby Myers. Boom. Hunter Renfrow, I don't know what they're going to do with him. Hopefully Neil Farrell plays well. We got Neil Farrell. We got Chris Smith. We got Trayvon Murray. These are the things that I'm talking about. So if these guys play well this season, the way I see them playing in the second season under the scheme, then next season you can go and you can be the belle of the ball when you go into free agency. You definitely can. You definitely can. Yeah, I mean, listen, TDZ, man, look, bro, I don't argue with people and I don't disrespect people, bro. I appreciate you for watching me, bro. I appreciate you for supporting, bro. But the thing is, all support ain't good support, bro. Look, I'm all for guys disagreeing. I'm all for people coming and having reservations. What I'm not for is people that come in here and they have no good reason for why they feel the way they feel, besides the fact that they just don't like McDaniels. They have no facts or basis behind the shit they're talking. So if you're gonna come in here and you're gonna do that, bro, you can leave, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to watch me. I am the kind of guy, I'm sitting up here, I'm watching this team, bro, and I love the methodical way they're building things. I love the pick of Dylan Parham. Dylan Parham is going to be a starter. Boom, that's done. Dylan Parham's a starter. You've drafted this guy. You're going to get the best of his career. And I'm optimistic about Josh McDaniels. I am. Griselda Cervantes, I'm optimistic about McDaniels' system. It is a winning system. Appreciate you, Wasted. Thank you. And I think it is. I mean, guys, these guys have fucking won Super Bowls with this system. Don't tell me we can't win with this. Don't tell me that. Ant Estrada, my guy. Yo, salute my Raiders brother, Wasted Talent. You already know I pulled up, paying my tab. You always do, my brother. You always do. Raiders fans are being too quick to count out this regime. Give Josh McDaniels and Ziegler at least 2 to 3 years. Then after that, if nothing prevails, then speak on it. I have faith. Let's go Raiders. And that's where I'm at with it, bro. You gotta let them cook. Let them do their thing. Bro, you let them do their thing. If we come out and we're one of the worst teams in football this year, then you know what? I have egg on my face, but you know what? I'm gonna be supportive until I know I don't need to be. My guy, Jano, Jimmy G won't do bad. Just make sure he stays healthy. I'd be more worried about PG and the defense holding up at their end of the deal. And that's a fact because Jimmy Garoppolo has a great winning percentage, but Jimmy Garoppolo has also had a top 9 scoring defense all 7 of the years that he's been with the 40, that the last 7 years. Said a top 9 scoring defense. So that's the part of the team we need to address, man. Slow down. We won every preseason game last year. You don't want to win preseason, but you damn sure won't look like you got a plan. See, I don't know. I really think that you can see what's going on if you watch preseason properly. You got to watch preseason and watch the guys who are fighting for positions. The end result of a preseason game, and I know this sounds stupid, means nothing. Preseason is about individual battles, how guys play in those individual battles. So when you judge preseason, I want to see if Matthew Mayer looks. I mean, I want to see if Mayer looks good, bro. I want to see if Chris Smith looks good. I want to see if Trayvon Mirin has made an ascension. That's what I want to see. I want to see how the offensive line plays. I want to see how our running backs play. I want to see if Sincere McCormick is out there and he's running all over the field and picking up blitzes and stuff like that. That's how I judge the preseason, bro. I don't judge it based off of who wins or who loses. Jack Kennedy, as a young man, I remember being a winningest team out of all professional sports. That Jack Kennedy, I remember that when I was a kid too, bro. We had the highest winning percentage, bro. His track record, coaching, his handling of the Wild situation. Now, let me ask you a question. The handling of the Waller situation. Darren Waller was a guy who was hurt, right? All fucking the last few years. Darren Waller's a guy who's out there making rap records. Darren Waller doesn't seem like he's really, kind of focused on football. They got a 3rd-round pick for Darren Waller, and they replaced him with the best tight end in this year's draft. Darren Waller didn't fit what they had going on, and Josh McDaniels has to go out there and toe the company line. If he says, we're looking to get rid of Darren Waller, and then they're trying to trade him, his trade value drops because everyone knows they want to get rid of him. When they went out there and they got what they got for Darren Waller, they played poker. Yeah, this is a guy we want. He's a guy we like. You want him? This is what we need to get him. You don't go out there and kill your trade value by saying that a player sucks and you don't want him. He doesn't fit what you're doing. Because then you're going to get lowballed. So I'm not mad at that, bro. Jose J. Davante angry because he thinks Jimmy G doesn't. No, Davante's not angry. You got to read the article, guys, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not overreaching, bro. Have you watched the episode? Have you watched the episode, or have you looked at a thumbnail and got reeled in by a thumbnail? See, that's the problem, man. Y'all got to read, bro. Reading is fundamental. I think this is a positive thing that Davante Adams spoke in his article. Yo, I heard Sincere McCormick is going to be ready for OTAs. So this is what I've heard. Sincere McCormick is going to be ready to rock and roll. We're going to see what the guy has. Yeah, hey, Deion took flight. That's exactly what I said at the beginning of the show. But you were late, so I know, man. But go on. Wasted. You can't expect these checkers players to know a game of chess. They won't ever respect the grind. They will only start to act right and rep the flag rightfully once the regime proves them wrong. And that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. That is a fact, yo. Mayor should be a slam dunk. Waller had to go. I said it for a solid year. I've been saying it too, bro. Wasted. We got another live in an hour, just a heads up. Damn it, we do? Appreciate you, bro. We sure the hell do, man. My guy, J. Rowe. What up, Wasted? I think the regime really wants to see what they have. 1st, 2nd, 3rd year players. That's right. That's right, man. Yes, sir. I'm ready to go, man. Oakland fan. Clickbait is fake news. See, Oakland fan, man. What do you want me to do, bro? I put a thumbnail up and I put a question mark. We got to ask these questions, right? What do you want us to do, bro? The F out of here. But listen, guys, wanted to get on real quick. I'm really not breaking this article down too in depth because, look, man, me and Graf are going live in an hour, man, with the fellas, man. We really want to break this down to a fine pace with everybody on the panel. I just had to come and give my piece on my channel, y'all. We're going to be going live in an hour. I'm going to get some dinner. I'm going to get a little rest. We're going to jump back on. And it's going to be a most splendiferous occasion, man. So you're telling me you were happy with McDaniel's play calling. Yes, I was. Our offense is ranked in the top 15. Our defense is ranked in the 30th. Now, should we have two offensive players in the first two offensive players in the first 3 rounds? Just as it? No. What we need is, I needed Josh McDaniels to take the best player available in every round. And I wanted the team to improve, right? I wanted the roster to improve. I wanted them to fill holes, no matter where those holes were filled. Now, see, people trip on what round you take players in, right? If you get a starter in the 4th round, do I give a shit now, years later, that Max Crosby was taken in the 4th round? No. Do I care years later after Hunter Renfrow, a star, that he was taken in the 4th round? No. As long as you've addressed it in the draft. And that's pretty much where I was at with it. So I have no problems with the draft. And I loved Josh McDaniels' play calling last year. I didn't love the player at quarterback last year. To be honest with you. My guy, Joe Fly, thank you for the 99 super. Tay is hungry, and there's nothing wrong with what JMD is doing. Everything he can to meet him halfway. This regime is in year 2, and it's time to see if we're moving backwards or forwards. And I feel the same way, my brother. I feel the same way. Jimmy Garoppolo knows that system. JMD, having a winning system defense, needs to get better. The draft was out of the park. Mr. Leisure, I appreciate that too. Did I get to 7K? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm going to look. I hope I did. T-Deezy, peace, bro. But you off on this. Keep up a lot. Listen, bro, and you know what, T-Deezy? I fuck with you, bro. If you don't agree, I feel like I'm right on the money with this, bro. We'll see, man. Only time will tell. But y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. Salute to everybody in the place to be. I'm going to get out of here, yo. We'll be back on real soon, yo. Y'all make sure y'all pull up, man. I love all of y'all. See y'all in a minute. The race to 7K is happening. I think I'm 1 away. It's all good. But if I'm 1 away, by the time we go live in a half an hour, we'll be at 7K. We're going to celebrate it, yo. Y'all have a great night. I will see y'all soon. We going to get up off this air right now, y'all. Peace.